If there is enough time, you can beat anybody, anytime, in any competition. Hello friends. Today, we bring you a summary of the book, The Compound Effect, written by a very famous author, Darren Hardy. This book talks about the importance of small steps in life which we often ignore. There are total 6 chapters in the book, which we have summarized after reading them deeply. And I assure you that after listening to the summary, you will definitely get the solutions of these 4 questions. Question 1. How small steps can make a big difference in your life? Question 2. How can we eliminate our bad habits? Question 3. How can we stay away from negative news and people? And question 4. How can we achieve our goals 4 times faster? So, let's start the video. Chapter 1. The Compound Effect in Action. Darren Hardy says that you can beat anybody in this world, no matter how smart, talented or experienced he is. You just need positive habits and consistency. Because small choices plus consistency plus time is equal to radical difference. Compound effect is a principle through which we can achieve massive success by just taking small steps continuously. Many of us gets caught up in the simplicity of compound effect. Darren has explained its simplicity with the help of an example. He says there were 3 friends, Larry, Scott and Brad, who all lived in the same city. Larry was happy with the way his life was going and did not like doing changes to his routine. On the other hand, Scott wanted to do some small and positive changes, so he decided that he will daily read 10 pages of a book, eat a little less, and will go for a 10-minute walk. Whereas Brad made some poor changes to his routine. He bought a large-sized TV for his PlayStation, always ate unhealthy food, never exercised, and had a drink party every weekend. After 5 months, no noticeable differences were visible among the 3. After 18 months, a slight change was visible in their appearance, but after 31 months, a massive change was noticed. Larry was pretty much the same as he was at the start, but Scott had become quite fit due to his positive habits, and Brad gained 17 kgs due to his negative habits. So, this shows that how small and positive steps taken consistently over time can make a big difference. Chapter 2. Choices. Darren Hardy says, when we come into this world, we all come alike, absolutely small. But after growing up, what we become is the result of the choices we made in this life. If we are rich, it's because of the choices, and if we are poor, that too is because of the choices. The importance of choices has been explained by Darren Hardy through small examples. Darren says that to achieve our goal, it is very important for us to track our actions. Like, suppose if your goal is to earn more money, then you have to track every single penny that comes out of your pocket. Similarly, if your goal is to be fit, then you have to track everything you eat during the day. By tracking things, we remain aware of our choices. By taking such small steps, we can easily achieve the big goals of our life. In another example, Darren explains how we can change our life by changing our choices. On this, he gives the example of his co-worker Beverly. Beverly was an overweight girl who wanted to run a 15-kilometer long marathon. Running with such a heavy body was quite difficult, but she started practicing it, and in the beginning, instead of running, she started with small steps and used to walk just 2 kilometers in the first 3 weeks. After that, for the next 5 weeks, she started doing a slow jogging. Beverly was following her positive routine. After this, she increased her jogging speed every day, and in the next 6 months, she was running the full 15-kilometer long marathon regularly. So, this shows how we can achieve our objectives by just changing our small habits. Chapter 3. Habits. While going to a jungle, a teacher saw 3 types of trees of different sizes, in which the first one was a very small plant, the second was a little bigger, and the third one was a huge oak tree. He asked his student to remove all the 3 plants. The student easily removed the first 2, but after looking at the oak tree, he said, "Sorry teacher, I can't remove this." On this, the teacher said, "Our habits are also like trees. The older they are, the stronger they are, and the more difficult it is to remove them." Darren Hardy has given 5 ways to eliminate bad habits. But before knowing them, it is important to know how motivated you are to leave those bad habits. How strong is your why power? Here, why power means that how eager you are to give up on your bad habits. Darren Hardy says, if your why power is strong enough, then you can quit your bad habits. Let us now see those 5 methods which can help us eliminate our bad habits. Number 1, identify your triggers. First of all, you have to know the reason behind your bad habits. What is it that drives you to do that bad thing? For example, if you have a habit of drinking too much, then you must notice when do you feel like drinking more. When your mood is off, or when you feel tired, or when you are with your friends. Second method is clean house. It means you should get rid of all those things from your house that makes you fall into those bad habits. Like, if you want to stop drinking alcohol, you must throw away all the bottles from your house. Similarly, if you want to eat healthy, then you must remove all the junk food, chips, snacks, etc. from your kitchen drawer. Method number 3 is swap it. You should replace your bad habits with the good ones. Like, if you are somebody who loves something sweet after your meals, then you can have jaggery instead of an ice cream. Method 4, ease in. Such habits which are very old and are not easy to leave, in such a situation, you must give yourself some time. It has taken many years to build your bad habit, so it is important to give some time to quit it. And the last method of quitting bad habit is jump in. The psychology of some people is such that it is easier for them to give up all the bad habits at once rather than one by one. Now you have to decide which method will be the most suitable for you. Chapter 4, Momentum. You all must have studied the topic momentum in your physics class. Momentum is a force that can accelerate the process of our work. Initially, it takes time to do any new work, but when you keep doing it with your willpower and consistency, a big momentum joins you. So, we have understood what is momentum. Now let's find out how we can bring this momentum in our life. For this, first of all, you have to set a goal. And according to that goal, you have to make your choices. Then, a good habit has to be developed and you will have to work on it consistently for a long time. After this, you will get a tremendous momentum in your work, which will make you unstoppable. Here, a question may come in your mind that it is easy to talk about all these things, but it is equally difficult to apply them in real life because there are many external factors which can influence and deviate us from our path. Now on this comes our next chapter, influences. Influences means those external factors which affect us in our journey. There are 3 types of influences. First, input, second, association, and third, environment. Now, let's understand all 3 one by one. First of all, input. Input means what you put in your mind. Today, TV, newspapers, social media are full of negative news. Throughout the day, only negative news are fed in our brain, due to which we lose the positive energy. Darren has shared some ways by which we can avoid negative news. For example, after coming home in the evening, instead of watching negative news, you should spend some quality time with your family. If you go to the office by metro or train, then on the way, you can read a good book, and if you are driving, then you can listen to some inspirational music or audiobook. In this way, we can avoid negative environment. Now, let's talk about association. Association means what kind of people do you spend your time with. You cannot expect positivity in your life by staying with negative people. Darren tells us 3 methods to build an ideal association. The first is End your connection with such people who always let you down. Second, we should spend maximum time with such people who positively influence us toward our goals. And the third is to make such people your mentor or advisor who are expert in your field. Now let's talk about the last effect, which is environment. Environment means everything by which you are surrounded. If we live in a positive environment, then all the disorganized and scattered things in our life start getting organized by themselves. We feel fresh and motivated throughout the day, which increases our productivity. That's why it is very important to keep yourself covered with a positive environment. So far, we have seen how simple discipline, behavior, habits, action, and consistency can give us powerful results. Now, in our last chapter, Acceleration, we will see how we can achieve our results 3 to 4 times faster. Darren tells us 2 points for this, in which the first is beat the expectations. They say that you must try to do a little extra than what people expect from you. Apple is a great example of this. Like, whenever a new product of Apple is launched, we get something in it which is a little more than our expectation, and that little extra effort gives you multiple results. Do the unexpected. Sometimes, you have to do those things that people don't expect. Like, everyone gives greeting cards to each other on Diwali, but because everyone does this, it has a little emotional impact. Instead, you can give Thanksgiving card in your own handwriting, which will be more impactful and unexpected for others. Darren says that if you bring these philosophies into your daily habits and routine, then along with improving the results, you will also multiply them manifold. Because from ordinary to extraordinary, you just need to do a little extra. If you found the video interesting, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Also share your opinions and suggestions in the comment section. Thank you.